Hey there, I am so glad you're here. I wanted to say a massive hello and welcome. I want to start by congratulating you because you haven't just shown up, but you're saying yes to yourself and yes to exploring something a little bit different. The truth is, most people never even allow themselves to explore what else is possible, but you did, and that's why you're here. There's something in you stirring, a pull towards more freedom, more purpose, more impact, whatever it is for you. But this presentation is about honouring that whisper in your heart and showing you that it's not only possible, it's also available for you right now if this aligns with you. Now, this is about unlocking your infinite lifestyle, a life where you no longer feel trapped by time, stress, or survival mode thinking. You'll discover how to say yes to purpose, yes to freedom, and most importantly, yes to you. This isn't just about business, this is about breaking cycles, rewriting your future, and creating a life of alignment and abundance that flows from who you truly are, and learning how to step into that and step into you and what you have to offer the world and how you can actually impact the world and so many lives to actually create something beautiful for yourself, whilst also remaining present and actually living your life to the fullest. Now, before we get too started, I want to talk into a little bit about me. So, I'm a mum and aunt raising 6 incredible kids. But yes, with 6, it is busy and it can be pretty crazy. I'm also someone who has walked through burnout, trauma, depression, and disconnection from my own identity. I know what it's like to feel stuck, invisible, and depleted. But through this space, I have started to rebuild not just my income, but my confidence, joy, and sense of purpose. Now I lead with faith, I mentor others, and I've stepped into a business that fuels my family, my life, and instead of fighting against it, I'm just embracing it and loving it. And if that's something your heart is craving too, then you're in exactly the right place. Now let's move on to the problem. And I just want to say, let's get real for a second. If you're anything like I was, you're tired of the burnout from traditional jobs, from motherhood, from life. You've probably been trading hours for dollars and you're caught in a cycle that just never seems to give. You're craving freedom, financially, emotionally, personally, but survival mode has stolen your independence. I get it, because that's exactly where I was. I just didn't have that spark. I lost my zest for life. And maybe you've lost pieces of yourself under the pressure of work, family, expectations, and now that this quiet voice is asking you in your head, is this all there is? Is this, or maybe it's not asking you, maybe you're just so immune to the fact that we do the things day in, day out, and before you know it, a year's passed, another year's passed, and you think, far out, is this where I really want to be? Do I want to be in this same place in 5 years' time, or even 1 year's time, 12 months? You know, it's so much more than that. So then you need to add, obviously, financial pressure, the uncertainty of today's economy and the toll it's taking on your mental health and physical health. You know, this slide might feel confronting, but it's also an invitation because awareness is the first step to change. Now, what's really cool though is I have found a solution. And here's the thing, this is another way that is just so outside the norm, so outside the traditional, but it is so relevant and so present for today's society and where we're heading. So we're living in the digital era, and while AI and automation are replacing jobs, they're also opening doors for those who are willing to adapt and upskill. And that's where this business, this opportunity is really, really cool and very exciting because it utilizes that. So it doesn't take from us, we learn to let it give to us and support us to actually adapt and achieve the life that we really want to live. So the solution is about learning to create freedom through digital business and affiliate marketing. And affiliate marketing and network marketing, online sales, all that stuff, even party plan, that's when you hear those terms, they're things that have been around for decades. But this is just a whole new aspect of it when we talk about online things. You think about people that used to have in-home parties, this is like that next thing, but it's in-home wherever you are in the world. You're literally part of a global network. And you know, with this business, you're not just selling products, you're actually aligning with a 50-year-old health and wellness company that offers premium, high-impact tools for better living. There's no auto ship, no income cap, and definitely no burnout hustle. You get to work from literally anywhere as long as you've got Wi-Fi. and it's in your own time. It's on your terms, while also growing personally and financially inside an absolutely amazing global community, which I'm going to lead into now and explain a little bit about what I have found. So this is it, how you're supported. Let's talk about support, because it is so important, because this journey doesn't just happen in isolation. I know for me, in some of my backstory, I worked in traditional business with my husband for many years, 15 years, whilst also raising our kids. And, you know, whilst I answered phone calls and I was talking to people on, customers, liaising with suppliers and all the things, I felt so alone. Whereas in this community, it is just incredible. I am affiliated with a few and connected to a complete global empire, basically. So it's really cool. There are 2 incredible training platforms that are available to help you if you choose to join them. But I mean, why wouldn't you? If they're going to give you all the tools to succeed and make this really work for you, I cannot recommend them enough. Now, Activate Breakthrough Academy is the one here you'll see some information on the left. It is a kingdom-aligned, faith-led business mentorship space for those who are ready to grow through both strategy, but with Holy Spirit alignment. For me, being a Christian, this was really important, and I didn't find this until after I had started my journey. And I feel like a lot of my, I wouldn't say struggle, but just part of the things I had to grow and learn through last year, since I found this, was my voice, but also my faith and how to use that in business. So I found this really amazing when God opened the door and showed me that this thing existed. It's amazing. So ABA is amazing, and then you've got the 𝗨희𝗹𝗶, which is where I first came in, and the 𝗨희𝗹𝗶 is amazing as well. It really is top-notch, next caliber, really high-level training. They have industry-leading digital education platform designed for action takers who want high-level training. There are AI tools and done-for-you funnels. There is a powerful community support, which you get in both. And these platforms, they're optional, as I said, but they have been a massive part of my journey, and they are here to equip and empower you to thrive, not just survive. So basically, both have training in marketing, training in mindset, training in skills. There are community huddles, which is where we get on Zoom calls and Facebook Lives, where we are learning from those who have gone before us. Like I said, the only difference is ABA is faith-based. It is very Christian heart-led. So if you're a Christian and you feel like that's where you're drawn, then that may be where you want to choose. The 𝗨희𝗹𝗶, absolutely incredible. So both are really good. That's something we can discuss a little bit later. Now, just leaning into that a little bit further though, I do want to really emphasize the power of mentorship and community, whichever platform you decide feels aligned for you. Because this part really did change everything for me. When I worked in our traditional business, as I mentioned, I was very isolated, overwhelmed, and trying to do everything alone. But this space, it's just so different. Through these platforms, I've found mentorship, celebration, contribution, and collaboration. I'm part of literally a global network, as I've said, of heart-led entrepreneurs. And I'm being cheered on, lifted up, and reminded daily that I'm not alone. And that really matters, especially when you're trying to build something, because having the right community around you, it's what keeps you going when life gets hard and what makes the journey feel possible instead of impossible. And the other thing that sets this apart is that there's no competition. It's not competitive. When I say they're there to support you and lift you up, they really are, because the fact is, when we are part of a global empire, there are billions of people. It is not an oversaturated market, and not everyone's going to connect with you and your story and want to be able to join you or your team and see the value in this. So it's more about learning your voice and learning how to encourage each other, but sharing what works and what is working and how to actually project that to call in your people. And this is why the power of community and mentorship is so important, because it helps you. Now, I hope you're feeling really excited and empowered by what's possible and how this model works, how you're supported, and the incredible ripple effect it's already having on lives all around the world. But let's now talk about the foundation of it all, the products. Because without a product that brings real value, results, and purpose, there is no business. So let me introduce you to the heart of it all, our flagship model, which is our number one here, 𝗓𝗓𝗋𝑥 K8 water ionizer. This isn't just a filter, it's a certified medical grade ionizer that transforms your tap water into hydrogen-rich, electrolyzed reduced water. Now, I know that might sound a little sciencey, but stay with me. What that means is in simple terms is it restructures water at a molecular level to better hydrate your body, support detoxification, and serve a range of wellness and lifestyle needs. With one machine, you get multiple types of water at different pH levels, each with specific uses. It is more than just a filter. In fact, the K8 creates water that can be used in over 68 ways throughout your household. You can literally transition to a low-tox lifestyle, starting with the water you drink and going all the way to how you clean your home. Here is just a few examples of how I use mine. 2.5 strong acidic water. I use this as a natural antibacterial disinfectant. It's incredible for mopping, wiping down surfaces, or even as a hand sanitizer. When I'm out and about, I like to add a few drops of essential oil just to freshen the scent, but I know it's working powerfully and without the harsh chemicals. Then you have 11.5 strong alkaline water. This one seriously blew my mind. It works as a natural degreaser and fat emulsifier. I soak things like my range hood filters, air fryer trays, even stained clothes, and it breaks down oil and grime effortlessly. You don't need hot water or harsh sprays and chemicals. The water does the job naturally and powerfully. That's pretty exciting. And then you have, of course, the Kangen water, 8.5 to 9.5. This is the hero water, the one we drink, the one that changed my health and hydration forever. And here's a little visual that helped me understand it when I first started. I ran an experiment with a tea bag and 5 different kinds of water, from bottled, filtered, fridge water, tap water, and my Kangen water. And I placed a tea bag in each, all cold, and only one pulled out colour instantly. Yeah, the Kangen water. Why? Because it hydrates at a cellular level. Now, if it can infuse dry tea leaves that much, imagine what it can do for your body. Now, when your body is properly hydrated, every system functions better. Your energy improves, your skin glows, and your body can detox the way it was designed to. How amazing is that? I think it's really cool. And then just one little other one I wanted to touch on was 6.0 pH. That is beauty water. I actually use it as a facial, it's designed, you can use it as a facial toner. Incredible. I have noticed my face firming up and it is all natural. I don't have to spend money on toners now too. Incredible. Now, let me introduce you to the 𝗓𝗡𝗓𝗔𝗓, because if I keep talking about the K8, I could probably spend a whole day, because I think it is very exciting. If you want to know more, of course, I can provide more information. But the 𝗓𝗡𝗓𝗓𝗔 is our next model. This is our home spa filtration system. It's the one with the most underrated. It is one of the most underrated products in my opinion. You simply connect it to your bath or shower and it runs your water through a 2-step process. First, a charcoal and ceramic filtration system which removes impurities like chlorine, sediment and rust, which are all common in most tap water. And then that purified water is infused with natural minerals like Japanese hot spring stones and tourmaline, giving you a luxurious spa-like bathing experience at home. Why does this matter? Because your skin is your body's largest organ and it absorbs the water you bathe in or shower. In fact, studies suggest that during a typical 10-minute shower, your skin absorbs up to 1 to 1.5 litres of water and whatever's in the water. So that's why this is really important. And if you get dry skin and have conditions, then I have noticed from a personal point of view, I cannot make medical claims, but personal testament, it has really helped my daughter's dry skin. She used to scratch and itch at night and now she doesn't since she's been using this, and that's the only thing different in what we do. So with the 𝗓𝗡𝗓𝗓𝗓, you're not just cleansing your skin, you're nourishing it. And families with kids or skin sensitivities or a desire to live low tox, it has been a total game changer. Now I want to explain our third product, and this is where we offer a powerful line of Okinawan turmeric products. Now, turmeric has been used for thousands of years in traditional medicine for its anti-inflammatory and immune-supporting properties. 𝗭𝗂𝗃's turmeric lines include supplements, teas, and even soap, which are made from being cultivated within Kangen water, which just complements the benefits, and there are no isolates, which honours both the science and the tradition of its benefits. And now our final product is our 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏. In today's world, we are surrounded by EMFs, which is electromagnetic frequencies from Wi-Fi, mobile phones, TVs, laptops and smart devices. It is everywhere and there's no escape. So while research continues to unfold, many are choosing to take proactive steps to reduce their exposure. And the 𝗬𝗏𝗏 is a EMF harmonizer. It is a portable device that helps harmonize and reduce the EMF impact in your personal space. And what I love about this is that 𝗭𝗏𝗃, knowing their business is built on digital entrepreneurship, actually created a product to support and protect the very people who use this technology every day, their distributors. And I think that speaks to the integrity and the vision of this company. So these aren't gimmicks. They are tools of real practical wellness and the foundation of a business that's about vitality, longevity and impact. And this is the part that makes it all real. You're not selling hype, you're offering people better water, better health, better energy and a chance to transform their life from the inside out. I think that's really cool, and it is part of 𝗭𝗏𝗃's holistic approach to well-being and really serving the environment. And honestly, when is the quality of water we drink going to go out of fashion? So don't just take our word for it. This isn't just anecdotal hype. There is science behind it. And if you're a research lover or a skeptic like I was, head over to platforms like PubMed, Google Scholar and even government health directories. Search terms like electrolyzed reduced water, molecular hydrogen, turmeric and curcumin studies, and you'll discover peer-reviewed evidence on the impact of the tools that we use. We're proud to back our business with both testimony and truth, and I just want to highlight the dangers of when you Google certain things, sometimes you can get very mixed messages. So that's why it's important to really be going to the right places. Now I want to dive into something a little bit even more exciting than the products. We're going to start talking about income, but first of all, I do have a disclaimer because it's important to be really clear that results are never guaranteed. And why? Because this is business, it's not magic. Your success is determined on your own effort, action and consistency. But what I can say with confidence is this: when you align with this opportunity, you receive everything you need to win. Step-by-step training, expert mentorship, world-class products, and personal development tools that will grow you from the inside out. This is about learning how to steward a business that's aligned with your values and led by your own vision. Whichever platform you choose, either ABA or TFE, you are given every opportunity to succeed. And now, let's move into the next slide. So, unlocking true wealth, the quad offer. This is what we recommend is the best way to get started. And this is where it starts getting really exciting. Why? Because it sets you up for optimal success, leveraging 4 income producing products and increasing your commission eligibility right out of the gate. This isn't about selling gadgets. This is about building a legacy income stream with products that truly serve people's health and lifestyle. The quad positions you for the biggest growth, fastest returns, and strongest posture in the market. Now, let's break it down. Let's get practical and look at the numbers. There are multiple ways to get started in this business, and this slide here highlights the most common examples based on how real people typically step in. You'll see the potential in commissions based on the different product entry points and what that can mean for your income and rank progression. And the best part, there's no income cap. This is a licensed commission paid model that rewards your growth, leadership and consistency over time. And what that means is where you see here on the slide 1A, 2A, right through to 6A, you'll also see right next to it, it says the number of sales. So basically, the more sales you make, the higher the commission you're entitled to, right through to where you can see 6A. And then when we say there's no income cap, because what you actually end up doing is you then start building a new leg, a new franchise. So you just progress again to the next lot. You don't go back in income, because if you're at 6A, you are earning at 6A. But you just start building a new leg. I know it sounds a bit complicated, but if you go into the next step in the discovery process, it's explained much clearer. But this just gives you a really, really practical glimpse into just what it looks like. Now I want you to see something really exciting and very clearly. The pathway to $1 million and the power of high ticket. You don't need thousands of customers to make meaningful income. This is high ticket. That means bigger commissions, fewer transactions, and faster growth. It is not just about what you sell, it's about how leveraged you are. This is a real achievable pathway to a 6-figure, even 7-figure income with products you can stand behind and people you can trust, and a model built for sustainability. And it is something that you, as I said, you will learn more when we go through the discovery process after this video. This just gives you a really good glimpse into the power of this business and the model and exactly what's achievable. Now, I want to encourage you to pause this slide, have a look, and really read these numbers and just digest what that actually means to be earning that type of income. Imagine making that your side hustle whilst you're working at the moment, and then eventually being able to say see ya to your current work and just achieving this because you have built it up to a certain level. And that's just really, really cool. Now, let's move into the most exciting slide of all, my favorite. So this is where it gets really, really cool. The pathway to generational wealth. Because this isn't just about income today, it's about the legacy you leave behind. This opportunity has the potential to create generational wealth, income that can bless your children and your children's children. It's a chance to break cycles of lack and set a brand new financial standard for your family line. And the beauty is, it's not just about making money, it's about multiplying meaning. You see that golden circle in the center of that slide? That's 6A2-3. That's what we call a milestone of financial stability, because once you reach that level, you're entitled to monthly and quarterly bonuses for life, whether you continue to make sales or not. It's a business model that doesn't just pay once, it keeps paying, and as you build, those bonuses keep growing, 5K, 10K, 15K, and beyond per month. And yes, it is willable. That means your family can inherit that guaranteed monthly income for themselves. That is true legacy wealth. That is impact. And that is what makes the pathway so powerful. I just want you to sit in that for a little bit because it is pretty phenomenal. And I just want to lean into this Tim Ferriss quote at the moment, and that is that most people find an income stream and then they find a way to enjoy their life in the small pockets of time they have left. But the key to a successful life is to get clear on your dream life first and then find an income stream that supports that dream life. So I really want to challenge you, is what you're doing right now creating the life that you ultimately want to live? Are you going to get to the end of your days and look back and be satisfied with how you lived and what you did and how you worked? Or are you going to have regret that you didn't take opportunities, you didn't try something new, you didn't explore other things? Because another thing from Tim Ferriss is conditions are never perfect, but someday is a disease that will take your dreams to the grave with you. And when I first heard that, it really hit hard because we all wait for the right moment, but the truth is, the right moment is the one when you decide you're ready. It doesn't take perfect conditions. It takes courage, clarity, and a big fat yes. And maybe today is your someday. So let's discuss your next steps. So step 1, contact me. So we need to decide whether you feel more aligned to go into ABA or TFE, and then I can take you to step 2 to complete the exploration process, which is just a much deeper dive into the business, how it works, how we market, and what it looks like, and aligning whether it's really what you see for yourself and you're brave enough to step into. And then step 3 is getting started. And I just want to clarify, you are not alone. Your legacy starts here, and that's legacy, impact, and wealth. It's not just about money. This is about a transformation of self, a transformation of lifestyle, transformation of who you are and the impacts that you have on those around you and those that come into your life through this space too. It is incredible and very, very exciting. So you're not alone. I'm here with you. As I said, we've got a beautiful community and mentorship programs, whether you go ABA or TFE. And right now, I just want to thank you so much. Thank you for being here and investing this time into your vision and future. I don't take it lightly, and I truly believe that if you've made it this far, something is being stirred in you for a reason. Don't let that flame go out. You were made for more. You were created to live with purpose, with overflow, and with joy. So let this be your moment to decide. Not someday, not when it's perfect, but now. Let's unlock your infinite lifestyle together. And you can find me on Facebook, Insta, TikTok even now, or you've got my email addresses on screen too. Big love, guys. Ez.